Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of my Gran Turismo Zero to Hero online racing series. Here we have episode 10, where we drive a Mini Cooper on a track I believe is called Blue Moon, something like that. I think it's a fake track. I could be wrong, but whatever. With this episode here, you're going to see that I'm trying a different style of the recording now. What I want to do in this part is do a post commentary instead of a live commentary, for the simple fact that I think I should focus a little bit more on the actual driving in the game instead of the trying to commentate while I actually drive, and I think I can focus a little bit more. And as you can see from the first clip here that I'm commentating over, I jumped into a qualifying during the actual queue for the race, and I realized that about the third lap in, and I noticed that, wow, if I do this, I'm not going to get enough lap times to actually set a decent lap and actually get a feel for the car. So as you can see, I jump right out here and jump right back into the actual qualifying with the car, where I ran, I believe, a minute 31, something like that, minute 31.3 or something like that. Doesn't really matter. But just a few things about the actual lap. The beginning, I had a lot of trouble with the actual high-speed braking in the car. I felt like the brakes were a little bit touchy, and I couldn't get solid braking in without like kicking the back of the car. It was kind of odd. Very weird feeling. Also, a lot of the actual hairpins in it, I couldn't figure out how to actually brake properly. I either would brake too early or too late, and it was kind of just a mess. Everywhere else, though, I felt pretty good. The car felt pretty solid. Also, on these the hump here, I was trying to rev it out in third gear, because as you jump onto the actual curb, the car bogs down a bit if you are in fourth, so I tried to keep it in third so I can keep the power. Seemed like that worked quite well for myself. Also, as you can see, I kind of struggled a lot in the hairpin here as well, because either I was braking a little too hard or too early. I'm not exactly sure, but like here you can see I broke way too early and I had a lot more room to go in, but it's whatever. I figured that out eventually, but it's okay. We're learning. I know I don't play this game enough, more than I should, because I should really be practicing more. Just with my whole Lexus and my Celica and actually driving in real life, I get kind of distracted or get a little lazy to play the actual game because I have to set everything up in the capture card and stuff like that. And as you can see in the corner there, the last turn pretty much, I cut that pretty hard, and it turns out you can cut that corner quite hard, and yeah, no penalty, nothing. So it kind of worked out in my favor, which was pretty good. And yeah, so the end of the lap here, we're getting down. I believe it is a 131. Not too bad of a lap. The track is pretty solid. I don't mind it. I just need more practice. That's all it is, pretty much. And you can see we're jumping into a race here. We're just jumping into the lobby, looking at the guys, and as you can see, I am completely out of my element, and the guys I'm going against are just much better than me, and definitely have been playing the game much longer and better than I have. So yeah, it's just a reality check. I gotta practice more, and we'll figure it out. Also, at the beginning of the race, I always do this thing where always just like rest my foot on the gas pedal, and I'm always like, who's the asshole that's just revving the crap out of their little engine? And I realize, oh, it's me, because I lift my foot off the throttle, and it goes away. Also the beginning of the race, I always try to jump quickly into the traction control to lower as much as I can so I can get some wheel spin instead of it bogging off the start. I feel like the first one is usually the best, because if you usually put it to 0, you spin way too much, and with one traction control, it kind of works. It lets you spin the tires just a little bit. So we're jumping right here into the first corner here, and I kind of do the unfortunate mistake of not paying attention to the green guy here, and well, bam, I hit him right in the back and send him into the Shadow Realm, as Super GT says. I get a 2-second penalty, I believe, yeah, which isn't too bad for what I did. I kind of absolutely screwed him in the entire race, so I think a 2-second penalty is quite generous, even though I know the penalty systems in this game is pretty rough from what I've been seeing, but again, it's not too bad. 2-second penalty, I definitely deserved it. I was kind of mad while actually racing, which I was kind of felt stupid about after, especially as I served the penalty. I was like, yeah, I probably do deserve this, just for the fact that I did absolutely nail him, and I wasn't paying attention, and it wasn't his fault at all. It was all my fault. And as you can see here, I did not brake enough for this hairpin again. I just really gotta learn the braking. The problem is I think I can brake a lot better than I can, but then it's just I gotta practice. and these guys kind of ran away with it eventually. I eventually do kind of catch up to these guys here. This guy in 8th I do catch up to, but it's just a mess. And as you can see, I cut the corner again there pretty freaking hard. What's great about this track here is that there's a lot of long straights, and since the cars aren't too fast, they can't really run away with each other unless you're in the draft. So that's what I was trying to do here, just trying to run into some sort of a draft from this green Mini Cooper, which wasn't too bad, but we were able to get some sort of a draft off the guy, which was not too bad actually. Again, to this corner, I tried braking a little bit better. I slowly started realizing my not my braking points, but how to actually brake with the car and not let it kick out, so it was helping me. But I did not know my braking points that well at all, because as you can see, I broke way too early. I could have broke way later and I would have been fine. This yellow car here I passed, but I also mess up with my braking again, and I run right into the grass, and he passes right by me like I didn't even know who he was. So slowly we get back and back, and we kind of fight this guy too, and he also hits the wall here, so we get very lucky so we can pass him. Now we're going down the straight into the actual hairpin that I keep having troubles with, either braking too early or too late. Here I broke a little too late again, and I'm completely off the apex, like completely disregard for that apex. Could not do anything. Terrible corner, but the guy behind me clearly isn't as good. And here as well, I mess up this corner really bad as well. Just no braking. I was nervous because the guy was behind me and did not even like consider the brakes there, and I messed up. Somehow I still get the fastest sector. I don't know how, but yeah, I got the fastest sector there. With the straight here, again, I'm gonna abuse the draft, because in this game draft is very, very strong. So I'm trying to abuse it as much as I can. In the corner there, you can't use it, but once you hit the straights and you get behind somebody, it pulls you right away. So as we're going down here, we're just gonna wait until pretty much the corner here. Hopefully I can get the braking done a little bit better than before. Let's see how it goes. I tried going for that 100 mark, but clearly it was too early. Like, I can probably hit that 50 mark and brake there. Again, I do this corner okay, and revving out 3rd over this hump like I was saying before. But here I think I shifted to 4th. Yeah, I shifted to 4th there. For some reason, I wanted to try something different to see if it would work out. Here I got this corner, I think, very well. Very, very well. Catching this guy slowly, but this corner I did not do very well. Again, disregarding that apex completely, not giving a care in the world. Also, the guy is here for revenge behind me, which was kind of scary. I was getting a little bit nervous about that guy behind me, but I was like, I know if I just keep my focus, forget about 7th place or 8th place. Oh no, it is 8th place I'm worrying about. Yeah, okay, never mind. But my plan was to stay into 9th and not worry about the guy in 8th. But as you can see from here, I do pass this guy on the upcoming straight. Also, this corner here, I did not do very bad at all. I did quite well in this corner. Again, the guy behind me getting me a little bit nervous, but I have to try to learn to focus not on the guys behind me, but to just keep going ahead. Always to make sure you pay attention to the guy behind you so you can like get your defending on point. But I just gotta learn to do my race and just focus on ahead on my braking points and stuff, and not worry too much about the guy behind me, especially at the beginning of races, because at the beginning of the race you don't have to worry too much about the guy behind you letting people pass, just so you can get your line and stuff ready. You can always pass people at the end. Near the end of the race is more when you should worry about like defending and braking and changing and stuff like that. Here I tried braking a little bit more later. It worked kind of in my favor, but still I still couldn't get that corner perfectly. The long sweeper here I usually do well, and here again revving it out in 3rd, trying to get over the hump so I can keep the RPMs up after I jump over and not bog down. This corner here I keep doing quite well. I'm really happy about how I was doing that corner. I think I cut a little bit too much, but it's okay. Here I come in and get this corner quite well, not too bad. Get right back onto the blue rumble strips there, right behind the guy in 8th, and here is where I believe I pass him, or maybe I pass him after? No, I pass him right here, yeah. Right here in the corner. I broke real early, just so I could make sure I had my stuff set up for the corner. And it wasn't the best corner, but I was able to pass him, and he stayed behind me for the rest of the race. Yeah, so like that, like I said, the rest of the race, he kind of just stays behind me, and we just kind of run away with it. We couldn't manage to get the guy in 7th, because he was just too far from me, and the draft doesn't work that well, even though it is overpowered, but it doesn't work that well. We get kind of close. If it was like, if we actually ran the rest of the straightaway, we probably would have caught him at the corner, but It's okay, it's whatever. We finished in 8th. We get up one position, which isn't too bad. But then again, I killed that guy at the beginning of the race, so it wasn't really fair. So from here, we do jump into the next race immediately. And kind of the same thing. We only moved up one position, so now we're in 8th. But again, the guys in 1st and stuff are just much quicker than me, and I really could not compete that well with them. Again, I did that stupid thing I do where I keep smashing the gas pedal. I was like, oh, wait, that's me, not nobody else. Again, this time I tried doing with the traction control in 0, but as you can see, I spin way too much. I think one traction control is much better, and you just get more traction out of it. I usually put it back up to 2, but I think I leave it at 1 here. Yeah, I do leave it at 1, and I put on a little screen to have the radar on to see what's beside you. This corner at the beginning of the race I do a lot better, but this guy did not care about me, and I actually end up getting the penalty. Yeah, I end up getting a penalty here where the guy runs into me while I have the complete right of way into that corner. I was very frustrated with that, because that threw me right into last place, and I was like, well, now I have to figure out a way to fight my way back up. Even though I'm not that great of a driver, I have to somehow figure a way to fight my way back, and we'll see how we go from here. Also realizing now that somebody quit the race at the beginning of the race, because it was 10 people, now there's only 9. That corner there, I completely mess up again, just coming in way too hot right into the grass, not helping myself at all with that penalty afterwards as well. This hairpin again, just, braking, man. One thing I cannot stress enough is my braking on everything. I just need to really practice my braking more and more. I just can't. And then this corner, I don't know what I was doing. I just completely killed the car's momentum. I would have been able to catch 8th around the straightaway here if I did not destroy my momentum. But live, you learn. Practice a little bit more. I need to play this game way more on my free time. And kablow, I also hit that wall like a dummy, like a big dummy. Yeah, like I said, the braking, man. That's one thing I have to practice on more is my braking. I just can't get consistent braking for the simple fact I play this game for like a couple weeks, for like a day or two, and I don't play it for like 2-3 weeks. Actually, this one, I haven't played this game maybe since this race for about like 2-3 months. Like, I just haven't played just because I've been so busy on my cars and my buddy's car. Like, for example, my buddy just bought a Miata, and we're trying to get that thing up and running. It was an automatic, and he got it for a decent deal. The guy he bought it from is kind of a little sketchy, but it kind of worked out. And we put we swapped the manual in. It took like 2 days for us to swap the manual in. I think I have a video coming about that soon, actually. Hopefully I can get that edited up soon and get that out for you guys, because it's actually quite interesting. It's kind of funny because we had all our buddies there. It was a lot of fun, actually. To get the automatic out was a pain in the butt, and that stupid PPF thing in the car is kind of a pain because they're old, rotted, and a bunch of dumb bolts in there that just tough to get out. But I'll have Anthony in the video actually there to help you guys actually understand what we're doing, and he can actually help me remember most of the stuff that we did. But yeah, we got the manual in that car, and you'll learn about you'll see the clutch we put in that thing. It was absolutely terrible. I told him I didn't think it was gonna work, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It ended up not working. He had to buy a new OEM clutch to actually replace that, and it just was a mess. But he ended up replacing it a couple days, like 2 or 3 weeks after, actually, with his brother at like 1:30 in the morning, which was kind of funny. But yeah, and as you can see in that corner there, we almost would have passed these guys with all the momentum we have, but he hit the wall and kind of messed us up, and we hit him right in the back, and that would have helped a lot. We probably would have made 7th with that corner, but just unfortunate that we don't have I didn't have the reaction time that I needed to go around the guy. Also, I was kind of being lazy. It was really early when I played this game. I think it was like 8 o'clock in the morning I was playing. It was kind of early. I like playing in the morning just because no one's awake and no one can bother me. No one's doing laundry, so it kind of works out for me. But yeah, autocross season is here. I've been doing a couple days by myself. My buddy Anthony, like I said, just finished up his Miata, so hopefully the next one we can end up doing. Sorry about that, guys. My dad kind of ran downstairs in the middle of my recording. It's okay, Daddy-o. It's all good for you. Ask me questions to go see my nunda tomorrow. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, my buddy, he finished up his car. It's running now. We're just waiting for him to get plates so we can go run off to autocross, where I'm going to absolutely murder him. Anthony, I know you're watching this because you always watch my videos. Just so you know, I'm going to kill you, and you're not going to be able to beat me. Just remember that. Just remember, my little Celica is going to be your dumb little Miata. I don't hate Miatas, FYI. like poking fun at my buddy because he's a little hairdresser. Anyways, yeah. Also, big news. Also, I got a new camera. It's a Canon EOS M100. I'll talk about it more like when I actually start using it because I just got it today, and started messing around with it, and I really like it for a basic, just for a basic vlogging camera I can use for a lot more instead of using my phone, and instead of using my GoPro also when I'm recording myself working on my car. So if I have that, the GoPro doesn't have really the best video or audio. So with this, it's gonna work a lot better, and it's gonna be more mobile. And I don't have the main reason is I don't have to use my phone. I have an iPhone 10 XR, and I didn't want to use that recording while I work in my car because it is my phone. I don't want to ruin that while I work on it, get destroyed with grease and stuff. This camera here, it's not that it's gonna get, not that I'm worried about getting this destroyed too, because I really don't want to ruin this thing because it's very nice. It was used technically, but the guy bought it and he never used it once. Like, it's brand new, everything was still sealed, like the lens and stuff was all sealed, so it's actually brand new, and I got it for half of what their cost originally, which made me really happy. And that's like the main reason why I got it, just because I knew it can get that, killed that guy at the last corner as well, and I got a penalty for that. Kind of pissed me off, but whatever, doesn't matter. It's whatever. We're trying to get better. I was kind of frustrated because I got the penalty at the beginning, anyways. But yeah, anyways, I got the this camera. Should be cool. I'm still learning how to use it a little bit. I've never had a camera in my life, so I'm trying to learn it. I like it a lot because it has a flip screen. But again, I don't want to talk about it too much. I want to rather talk about when I have it. So here we're coming to the last corner. I cut that corner absolutely crazy, and I did not get a penalty for it. I can't believe how much you can cut that corner. Like I said, I can't believe how much you can actually cut that corner. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I wish I did more, because I only do 2 races every video. Why? I don't know. I like doing 2. I think 2 is perfect. But if I knew earlier, I would have been cutting the crap out of those corners, and I would not have cared even a little bit, because clearly you can jump right onto the white. You don't have to worry about the rumble strip, and that would have helped so much. Clearly that's why people are getting such great times in this. Anyways, I finished in 8th. I think that's where I started. So no real position going up. But again, I just need to play this game more. I'm getting really lazy. I just need to like sit down and record videos. And the whole point of this here is that I can actually record more, because I can just hit it and record, not have to worry about background noise and anyone walking downstairs. It's just me playing the game, recording, and then I can do these after. I can stockpile a little bit more, and I can play more just so I have stuff ready. I should really just play more on my own time, just for the fact that I should, but I'm too lazy and I don't want to, and I'm dumb. I don't know why I'm lazy. It's just a game. It's so much fun, but whatever. Anyways, my Instagram's in the description if you want to see any newer updates on my cars, like my Celica or my SC. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.